All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to today's live stream. Very excited to be here. First, I do apologize for being a little bit late on the start today. As some of you hopefully know, I tweeted and Facebooked and whatnotted about it. I had some random personal stuff that I had to take care of today. I had to get some work done and stuff. So I'm here a little bit late. I'm actually earlier than I expected to be, so hooray! But I'm back once again with I Am Setsuna, the, classic-styled JRPG this came out several years ago now. It's a bit of an older game. But it's based off of some of my favorite SNES-era RPGs like Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, and things of that nature. So I'm really excited to have the opportunity to play it. Rev, one of the regular viewers on my channel, actually got it for me as a gift. So it's very exciting. Now, part of the problem is I'm honestly not certain what I was doing last time I played. So let's see if we can figure it out. Let's see here. I remember the Knigets. I think I just stepped out to save last time I played. Huh. It really doesn't make for a good song. So one of the things with this game, or rather the overall idea, is, you know, we've got this group and you are playing as this main guy in front here with the little foxtail hat looking thing, and you were hired, you're a mercenary who was hired to kill the second person in the party, the one who has like the fancy thing on the back of her head. But the interesting thing about this world is that every 10 years or so, the world makes a sacrifice to the monsters so that you can stave them off and they sort of leave the people alone type of thing. And she is the sacrifice for this decade. And so one of the intriguing things about this is, well, if she's a sacrifice, why are we going to kill her? Like, why were we hired to actually kill her when it seems like there's not much of a point to do it? Unlike a lot of JRPGs, the story is very upfront. You learn about it within like the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game. There is still some intrigue in terms of character backgrounds and stuff like that, so it's kind of neat. And again, very much like a fairly standard JRPG style story progression and character knowledge progression. So it's pretty neat. It does have some flaws that I've talked about before and I'll probably bring up again. But for the time being, it's pretty fun. Let's see here. Oh, right. We went to fight the monster. Hey, it's Eag. Hi, Eag. It's great to see you. It's been, like, way too long. Great to have you on. How have you been? How are things going? Incidentally, I hope everybody had a good week since my my stream on Monday. Speaking of which, this coming Monday for us in the U.S. is a holiday. It's Labor Day. So I might do I'm thinking I'll probably do a bit of a longer stream. I might do like 2 games instead of just 1. So yeah, pretty exciting. Humans! So the story behind what's going on right now is this kid is a monster, okay? Monsters are bad. Essentially what happened is this kid, well, he is a child monster, and the thing is that his mother was killed by this group of knights. So what he did is he tried to kidnap all of the villagers so that he could try to feed his dead mom. It was very Norman Batesy. It was very depressing. And the thing is that now it's like, okay, are all monsters actually monsters? This guy right here, Kerr, is he's known as, I think it's like a royal blood, something along those lines, but he's like half human, half monster. He's a hybrid. And so this monster, this so-called skinny child, is a full monster but with like human emotions. So part of the intrigue with the game is, you know, like, are the monsters actually monsters, or are the humans the real monsters? You know, that sort of very subtle smack your head with a 2x4 type of thing. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh, you're on vacation. Nice. California, classic vacation spot. That's fun. Well, I hope that it's going well. It's always nice to visit family. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a chance to visit most of my family, like, ever. They live too far away. It's really unfortunate. Worse, I just don't have the money. It's really, really frustrating. But, you know, we do what I do. Or I try to do what I do. Yay, we got a promise from the monster to be a good monster. Huzzah! Goodbye. Wave at the monster child. Bye, monster child. He'll be fine. So it's interesting. One of the things that I talked about a good while ago now, a few weeks ago, about this game, and one of the things that critics have universally been, or fairly universally have been upset about, is the dialogue in the game. And I agree with it. The dialogue is not great. Definitely one of the things that should have been left in the 90s era JRPGs when they made this game. But one of the one of the interesting things is that within this game, then you have those times where you can make a choice, either A or B, whichever one you want to do. Here we go. The problem is, it literally makes no difference which one you select, because the game will do what the game's going to do. And for me, it's kind of frustrating, because it's like, well, what's the point then? Why do I bother playing the game and making selections if it makes no difference to the outcome of the game? So we had a huge long discussion like 3 weeks ago about the philosophy of games and what defines a game as a game. It was actually kind of interesting. I won't reiterate it though. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome, EA. Yeah, that's a good vacation, and I know most people will do that, where, you know, you plan your vacation around the holidays, like whatever holidays they are, not necessarily winter holidays, but any other holiday. Oh, thanks for the offer, bud. So see, this is a perfect example. So see, it's like, oh, no thanks, but then it was like, oh, F you. Wait, what was that? Revenant subscribed. Yay, Revenant. Hooray. Yay, subscription. I don't even know what that means, but yay. I guess it's the Twitch Prime thing. How many games could a game-playing Danny play if a game-playing Danny could play games? I'll play like 4. At least. Ish. Probably closer to 2. Uh-huh. Take that, cur. Are you trying to get eaten, bro? It's interesting because I'm just saying that what's-her-name killed this thing in 1 hit, and I highly doubt that we're going to be able to do the same. Just putting it out there. But then, whenever she joins my team, won't be able to do it. I'm just saying. Either way, thanks for the subscription, Rev. Hooray! Yay, subscription. Totes unharmed, bro. Really? Return to the village ahead of you. Don't be too tardy. I'll be tardy if I feel like it. Yeah, I was thinking about you moving over to YouTube just because we had a long discussion. Was it? I think it was on Monday. this past Monday because Twitch Prime did, or Twitch/Amazon made huge changes to Twitch Prime, and it really peeved a lot of people off. Like, one of the biggest things being that you don't get pre-order bonuses, or pre-order discounts rather, and like you don't get the ad-free experience and all this kind of stuff. So a lot of streamers in protest are like removing ads altogether and doing all sorts of different stuff. And what I'm thinking is that YouTube, if they're not, they really need to capitalize on this. So I had been debating it just because it would be easier. Like right now I stream on Twitch and then I export my videos to YouTube, which is fine and it works perfectly well. But I don't know how worth it would be to do the what's it called, to do a YouTube stream. It's funny because I'm a member of one of these MCNs, these multi-channel networks that handles like my advertising and all that kind of stuff. And it was really interesting because I actually took like a little course with them of, you know, like here's what you need to learn, here's like some stuff for channels and like social media and all that kind of thing. It was hilarious because one of the last lessons was about live streaming, and I was like, yeah, you know, I stream on Twitch and then I export to YouTube. I have, you know, a handful of followers, just a couple of really regular people who always watch. And they were like, oh yeah, you need to go to YouTube because like the way that their algorithm works is they put streams at the top of the hits and all this kind of thing. And so like while we were live doing this informative seminar thing, she was doing searches for, like I mentioned, Stardew Valley and I Am Setsuna and some of the games that I play, not games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and PUBG and all these other games that most people will stream. And it's like, lo and behold, we didn't find them. They weren't at the top of the queue because people were streaming them, but it was only to like 2, 3, or 4 viewers, which is typical for me as well. And I was like, you know, if one of the major selling points is going to be that I get more exposure because I'll be at the top of the list, then like don't tell me that if it doesn't actually happen. So it was kind of hilarious. So I thought it was really funny. No matter the circumstances. Oh dang. Kingdom will never be the store. You turn tail and flee. Oh dang. Whoa bro, calm down. Finely chiseled knight. Ooh. Why do you lust violence so? Why do you take pleasure in doing battle with monsters? Despicable, inexcusable. No es bueno. What is this? Do you have a cast of companions or in this game, EAG, you have a mix and match, so you can see right now I've got a party of 5. And of those you have 3. It's a very standard RPG thing where, you know, you've got X number of total party members and you just swap out whichever ones you want to use, type of thing. So, yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, Rev, is that Twitch is just, it's a lot easier to get into. I mean, I don't know what or how much they do to help smaller people like me. But frankly, like the amount of money I get from streaming, honestly, I don't even know what it is, if anything, and that's how small it is. Like, I'll tell you guys, even from like my channel in general, like all of the ads on my entire channel, I get like $15 a month. Not even. It's just, I mean, I've always done this. Uh-oh. Oh, she's a monster? Oh no! Kerr! Oh dang, bro! Or maybe she's just like possessed by a monster? That's probably what it is. Yeah, she's probably just possessed by a monster. done for. I'll never make it. What a drama queen. Yeah, so see, these are the three that I have, but I've got the other two that I can swap in and out as I need. Anyway, yeah, like, I mean, I haven't had any major issues with Twitch or YouTube or anything, but, like, I knew when I started my channel, what feels like forever ago, that the entire thing was just a, it was a labor of love. Like, I do this because I enjoy it. Like, I genuinely like games. I genuinely enjoy talking about them and playing them. I don't at all do it to make money, and I know that I wouldn't be able to. I mean, even if I was doing this full time, it would be at minimum months before I could see any sort of sustainability on it. At minimum. And the thing is that the people, like, if you guys are familiar with any board game channels, you know, like, you have the Dice Tower, you've got like Rahdo Runs Through, Undead Vikings, some of these other guys. Even these relatively large channels have comparatively few, what's it called? They have comparatively few subscribers and get a relatively small amount of money compared to, like, the really major streamers, you know. So that's why I don't particularly bother even thinking I can attempt it. But that's just me. But yeah. I mean, either way, it's an interesting thing. And like I said, I don't know whether or not I'll be doing the YouTube thing. I probably won't. Anyway, EAC, I guess you hadn't seen this game before. So it's very much based off of the style of JRPGs from, like, the early mid-90s, when we had, like, Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger, the SNES games. And one of the great things about it that I really, really love is the fact that when you play through, then you see a lot of that influence. Like, you see a materia style tech tree where you're able to grow and improve your abilities through these Sprite Nights, the thing that I was just talking about with the person outside. You can obviously buy new equipment, better equipment. You can equip multiple of these techs. So, like, see, these are the Sprite Nights that you can buy, and these act similarly to the materia from Final Fantasy VII, because most people know that. So the techs, these are the actual abilities that everybody has. You've got the combination ones like this, where two people can attack at once using some particular fun or powerful attack. The Sprite Nights, these are the actual abilities that you get and that you can put in here. So I focus on my main three people, essentially, but they've got the different types of Sprite Nights. You've got your talismans, which affect the slots you can do. Your weapons, of course, you can get the bigger, better, stronger weapons throughout the game, all that kind of stuff. It's really neat. It's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. I think it has overall positive reviews on Steam. Most of the negative reviews are related to like the dialogue, and some people mention the combat. I personally really enjoy the combat. I think they did a good job with it. So I don't know why people are, like, freaking out about the combat, because I think it's well done and that it makes sense. Where is this childhood friend? Everybody keeps mentioning Linus, the childhood friend. Well, I view it as Linus. I don't know where this person is, though. I thought I had checked every door. Like every building, talked to every person. Is this? This is... There we go. Oh, it's the person that she knocked back. Yeah. Take us across the ice, bro. What's your relationship with her? Aw. He got friend zoned, you guys. So sad. Oh. Oh. Oh, dang. I mean, it seems pretty clear that she's, like, either possessed by a monster or is a monster or whatever. Oh, jeez. Dang it, Setsuna! You better keep your word, bro. Yeah, so all of this is just so that I can go across the, like, an icy thing, essentially. There's like a big, like, ice lake that I need to cross, and the only way to get through it apparently is to get a guide from this exact village, because they're the only people who know how to cross over. It's very strange. Do you want something? Madara. Madara? What illness is it? Ooh. Wow, this is so Final Fantasy VII, it hurts. Like, it really hurts. Ooh, 2 energies. Yeah, that's what I said. There's a monster in her. We know this. Is that how you get your kicks? You've been watching her? Can't promise it, bro. Sorry. A Scarly. I legitimately don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go, so I'm just going to guess. It's one of the things that I do like about these old school RPGs is that they don't really hold your hand. So one thing I've been doing, at least as much as I've been able to, is playing ESO, the Elder Scrolls Online. I really love it. I have a ton of fun playing it. I play with a couple of my friends. And the problem I have with it, though, is that, well, it's not really a problem, but the thing that most Western RPGs do is they very much hold your hand through anything that you're doing. So you've got your you have everything where it's like, okay, this is what you need to do, this is where you need to go, this is what how you have to do it, blah 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 blah, all that kind of thing. So yeah. So this is one thing I really like about this combat system. We've got our combo capability here, so this is all the different stuff we can do. And one thing is that you've got this active time battle that increases your strength as you go, so you'll end up getting like little pops that you can then use to get stronger. I just wanted to do that move because I've never seen it before, and it was really worth it. Okay, so now I need to find one of these monsters. I don't even know what they look like, honestly. New living arrangements, they're pretty good. Unfortunately not finished getting everything set up just yet, but working on it as much as possible. Balloompa! I mean, overall it's nice though. I like the place, I think it's good. It's just that, unfortunately, it's not finished just yet. So, that's mostly what I'm waiting for right now. But I'm still able to like make my videos and stuff like that. I recorded a couple rounds. He killed himself. I recorded a couple rounds of board game videos. I'm doing my behind the scenes videos now as well, which is very exciting. So I'm glad to have those. It's a big dude. What's up, big dude? Get some! Sanctity! Wachow! Boom, sucker! One of the interesting things about the combat here is that you move around during the combat, but you don't actually have control over where or how you move, so it can be a little bit annoying. Scarly, this is them. These are the dudes that I need. See if I got it. Hey, look at that! I got the thing on the first try. Yay, me! Yes, I am healed up from my accident. Thank you for asking. Nobody ever asks. But, yeah, I'm doing much, much better. So, I'm doing my full-fledged workouts again. I'm riding my bike again. It's a little bit stiff, but I have about the same amount of flexibility in both of my ankles now. So, that's kind of nice. I'm pretty much back to normal. Like it cracks and pops more than my other ankle does, but overall it's doing well. It's doing well. Thank you again very much for asking. And yeah, I can wear normal socks again. I don't have to wear my compression socks, which is nice. What is this? Rev, why are you posting weird pictures? Who even is that? I don't recognize the character. I found 3. Like, seriously, how could you not defeat one of those penguin things? Secret medicine! It's probably snake oil. What? That is so random. Why did that happen, Rev? Why was that a thing? That doesn't make any sense. Like, that's just weird. It's like weirdest supervillain theft ever. I'm gonna take the cake. Yum. Ooh. I have a feeling this is a bad guy. So apparently this dude, Cornelius, knew the main character somehow. We had like a dialogue thing where he was basically like, oh, we don't know each other anymore. Like, he seemed to have been part of the team that hired my character. So it's kind of weird. Oh, a children's counting book. That makes more sense. That's ridiculous. That's really funny, but it's ridiculous. You gave me a nice little stroke on my head. I'm just saying, it sounds inappropriate, but whatevs. You're like a beacon of hope. So the thing is, I know that at some point this person is going to join my party because she has a portrait of herself in her dialogue boxes. So clearly she's important. So at some point she will join me. Ask him to take us across the ice. Here, watch this. Yes, I'll take you across the ice. But ooh. Wait, we've got to stop him because she's got to do it instead. I wonder if, like, when I get over there, then she's, like, already waiting for me or something. Oh, here's this dude. What's up, bro? Oh, there it is. Told you. See? Decisions don't matter. Choices mean nothing. You are free to cast me off at any time. Who says that? Who talks like this? Oh, well, yeah, I get it now, Rev, and it's hilarious. Like, I'm jealous. I totally would have done that cosplay. A great power dwells there. Oh no. Your goal is different, but your destination is the same and you want to come with us. Thanks, bro, for just bottom lining it for us. Who needs dialogue? Earn your keep. What? I shall return with the truth. It seems super linear, yeah. Like, I mean, it's not inherently bad, but there's like, if there are side quests, I haven't found any. It's definitely not a sandbox for sure. It's very much go here, do the thing, go here, do the next thing, go here, do the next thing. Wow, she's only level 17. Why on earth would I use her? Like, just saying. I mean, it seems to be a reasonably good story. I haven't found anything like inherently bad about it. It's definitely predictable. So that's potentially bad, I guess. Like the nostalgia is very much real. You can definitely feel that aspect to it, which again is not inherently a bad thing. The problem I have with regard to the nostalgia is that, like, you see the good and the bad with of those old school RPGs. Like, you see this really rough and kind of frustrating dialogue, just as much as you see decent, fun combat mechanics and all this kind of thing. But overall, it's not too bad. What? Are you serious? We spent all that time trying to find somebody to lead us across the ice when it's just like, oh no, just walk across the ice. Like, come on. Like, talk about pointless stakes. One of the things that I did with my my techs and my sprite knights is I made sure that at least some people have like the sort of thorn type of things where if they get hit, then the enemies take damage as well. Just seemed like a good idea to do. Also, I farmed a dude. Like there was a monster that kept respawning that I still think is a bug or a glitch or something, but I just kept farming it so that I got to a pretty high level. So I don't know if I'm over leveled for this stuff, but it feels easier than it probably should. That said, this is one of those games that doesn't really take itself too seriously in terms of like in terms of the story, or not in terms of, God, gee, I can't think, in terms of the gameplay and like being really hardcore about character development and stuff like that. Like, you see the character arcs, you see the characters evolving in terms of how they interact with the other characters and the environment, but it's not super intense in the idea of like you have to sit there and grind. This is a game where very much the gameplay is a means to drive the story forward. The story is definitely the star of this game, which I appreciate, and you do see that relatively frequently in RPGs, obviously, as I'm sure most of you are familiar. Why doesn't that do any damage? And so that's why, like, the combat, it's not overly complex. It does have some cool options. It does have some really interesting things that you can do, but it's not like this ridiculously insane, oh my god, I need to do like all the things, and it's crazy ridiculousness. It's a lot more just sort of relax, move through, do what you gotta do to get through the story type of thing. That was fun. And honestly, I prefer story-driven RPGs, or any game really. It's one thing I've talked about on my channel when I talk about board games even, is that there are some board games that are genuinely story-driven, and I much prefer those to pretty much any other type of board game. Like, I love narrative storytelling in general, and seeing it in board games and video games and everything, just, I love it even more. It's awesome. And you can see, like, I'm using the different abilities in the combat, but in general, the way that I am now with my level and fighting these particular guys, it's not exactly tough. I'm not having a really difficult time with it. And I'm okay with easy combat. That's not a big deal. Oh, I guess these guys are immune to light. That must be what it is. Well, not all of them, but like pretty much every RPG, you've got what's it called? You've got elements in this game. Oh, that does light damage. No, Kerr! This is actually pretty rough here. I needed to take at least one out. Ooh. Woof! That was a tough one. Get Setsuna over here to cure. Ether. Ether. I guess nobody really needs an ether. They're all good. What is this? Rev, you're terrible. You gotta stop saying stuff like that. It's inappropriate. Going to assume that this new thing that I picked up is for this guy. Kerr. It's a butterfly. He got butterfly staff now. Look at him wander around with his little butterfly staff. It's so pretty. It got fancy jewels on it. I agree with Rev, and that's a good way to describe it, is that it's a visual novel with gameplay elements designed to drive the story forward, essentially. Like, you've got RPG and combat elements that fit into the narrative of the game, or of the novel, as they say. Go ahead and use the big one. Torch 'em! Boom, suckers! That's how you do! Uh-oh, save point. You guys know what that means. There's a boss coming up. No! I'm out of tents, you guys. Where am I gonna sleep? And literally, tent. If memory serves, the tent was... It served the exact same purpose in Final Fantasy VII, where it cured all of your compatriots, restored all of your MP, etc. Ooh, that sounds cool. New talisman. Blood Pact. Nifty. I'm still a little bit unclear about some of the talisman effects that they've got, because there's a lot of things that the talismans can do. I'll go ahead and fight these weirdos. Flee? I'm gonna fire two of these dudes. Let's torch them. Miss! Boo. Oh man, really? Come on now. Really? That's it? That was nothing. I like the idea of having a magic spell that gives you magic points back. It's pretty awesome. It's a good deal. Oh, that was a waste. I even have the little thing that tells me how much HP they've got left. Woo! And I'm out of tents, you guys. Whatever shall I do? What is this? Rev's being mean. Rev, you can't tell people that. X cake counters. Oh, that's awesome. Best magic card ever. So what I'm probably going to do, I'll fight through this boss, and then I'm probably just going to save and head out for the day. Whoa, it's a giant fuzzy penguin! You guys, it's a giant fuzzy penguin. Oh, I got body slammed by a giant fuzzy penguin. I do not approve. King Hoppy! His name is King Hoppy. You guys, I'm fighting King Hoppy, the giant penguin. I just want to put that out there. This is a thing that's occurring right now. I am fighting King Hoppy, the giant penguin. And I love it. Dang it, King Hoppy! Stop being like that. I mean, this is just gonna take a while, essentially. I mean, it doesn't seem like this guy is really that dangerous, honestly. Like I said. I'm liking this whole fire resistance down thing. It's pretty sweet. I'm liking this. Did that say Royal Bite? Please tell me that said Royal Bite. Because that is hilarious. That was pointless. Did barely any damage. Let's see here. Quit it, King Hoppy. Stop being like that. It's not cool, bro. King Hoppy is definitely not a bro, you guys. Dang! Zapped him. Oh! Hey! Hey, wait, what? When did King Hoppy become Kirby? Right? This is not cool. I do not approve of this. It's 100% not cool. I'm gonna set you on fire, bro. That's what happens. You get fire all up in your face. Stop biting her! Wow, rude much. Can I give her some pancetta? Okay, now let's see here. I ether mid. That's all MP. I guess a potion. Now she gets bit by King Hoppy, she won't die. Stupid King Hoppy. So rude. Stop biting her, bro! Why is King Hoppy so rude, you guys? Alright. Come on, King Hoppy. Bring it on. I'm gonna take you down, bro. You ain't got nothing on me, Hoppy. You think he'll get mad if I call him Hops? Dang it, man! Not again! King Hoppy is not a bro. I am not okay with this, King Hoppy. You need to know that. What I really need to do is I need to get my people all physically together, because a lot of my attacks or a lot of my healing does better if everybody is next to one another, because then they all can benefit from it. Oh, I'm so close. I insult you by hitting you with the butterfly stick. Hiya! No! Not again! Whatever. Oh, and of course now... Ah, jeez. Yes! Stupid King Hoppy. God! Whoa! That was a lot of purple. Hooray! That was completely insane and odd. Quiet, Rev. Nobody asked you. I don't need you judging my decisions. Winding Snow Prairie. Okay. Alright. Well, like I said, with that, unfortunately, I've got to get going here, so I'm just going to save and head out. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Like I said, not tomorrow, but on Monday, here in the U.S., we have Labor Day. So it's a holiday, so I'm not going to be going into work. I'm thinking I'll probably stream... I'll probably start my stream earlier and potentially go for a longer stream, maybe do 2 games. There's one I really want to try to play. It's called Orwell, and it's based off of 1984, and it's like you're surveilling the people of the world and trying to find terrorist organizations. And then, of course, there's always Stardew Valley and maybe some Elder Scrolls Online as well. So some really cool stuff. Like I said, keep an eye out on my Facebook and my Twitter because that's where I'll be announcing what I do and when I start and all that kind of stuff. But do plan on me probably starting like an hour early, something like that, so I can get at least one more game in, or maybe just play a game for a really long time, something like that. But either way, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed it. Enjoy your weekend. For those of you in the U.S., enjoy your long weekend. Hope it goes well. I've got to go and get started with the rest of my day. I've got a whole bunch of random stuff that I'm going to be doing. So take care. Hope that you all are good, and thank you so much for being here.